And then I asked him. He said, "Well, it's good that you saved it because I was about to hang up on you."
It should be going live soon.
It went off of it. It had Will on there. And those three
Will C?
dots are, look, those three dots are coming at. It
Got
looks like he's
tears, the prison
crying.
tears or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Will Snyder.
Okay, so I think we are good to go now.
We got.
It's not showing up yet, but.
Are both mics connected and reading?
Yes.
Okay.
They were earlier.
We're not gonna have any feedback issues between the two of them, right?
No, shouldn't. They're pretty good about that. Yeah, the ad's playing, so we're live. So.
Sweet.
Oh, I lost the chat. There it is. All right. Good morning, everybody. We are live on the.
Nope,
what is
wrong.
this?
Start over.
On
Do
the
over.
morning. Okay.
One more time.
Take it
Good
from the
morning,
top.
everybody. We're live on the Morning Brick, and it's Chris here with Daniel, and
That's right.
Mark is behind the camera.
Trying something new.
We want to use these fancy mics, and we only have two.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Maybe we'll invest in a third.
If it's possible, we'll
If
see.
possible.
So how do we start this off?
The best place for leaks, news, rumors.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Wednesday mornings
Yeah.
at 9:30 on Atlanta Brick Co. TV.
And how
in
your
Newnan,
Lego
Georgia.
week was?
And how was your Lego week?
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. It's been a while. I haven't done this in a few weeks, about a
We're
month.
glad to have you back, Chris.
Yeah.
It's good.
So how was your Lego week?
I'm packing up for Orlando, trying to get ready. I'm going down there on Saturday with Vogan, and we are going to be getting ready for a brick convention in
Excellent.
Kissimmee, which is the Orlando area. That's in mid-March, and we'll be set up there, and we're going to have these giant Lego Masters signs with us. They're like 10 feet long.
Oh, I thought you were going to say giant Lego Masters.
No.
You shouldn't talk about Mark and Steve
Mark
that
and
way.
Steve
They're
are
not.
gonna be
They're not
home,
that.
yeah.
They're not that big.
And so the signs will be there, and you can get up close and personal with the signs. I think one of them is the Lego Day Parade, which did you win that?
Oh, we got second.
Second, okay.
That was rude.
And then
What else? Which other ones?
I don't know. Maybe the Brick Rodeo, possibly.
Okay.
I can't remember which ones we're
Brick
going to
and
bring. We're not
Bull
going to
Ride or Brick and I forget what the actual sign says.
the Brick and Rodeo, I think.
The one
Brick
I'm
and
excited
Bull Ride.
about
Brick and Bull Ride.
Is the big puppet show theater.
Yeah, we're not.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to bring that. That's too big. That's giant.
And
So,
delicate.
if you're in the Orlando area, the Brick Convention should be cool to check out. And let's see, we used our first check at Orlando Brick Co. to purchase
Hey,
a
nice.
very large collection that we should probably put on the Rare Set Collector video because we haven't done one of those in a little bit.
Well, you didn't give it to the person, right?
We gave the check to the guy.
Well, no. You're supposed to put it in a frame and put it up on the wall as the first check.
You didn't tell me that, Daniel.
You're not supposed to give them the money, Chris.
Man. All right.
geez.
Well, and this collection was killer. So this guy traveled from Honduras. That's where he lives.
Okay.
To go to his storage locker in Miami, pack it up, and bring it to our Orlando location.
So our first trade-in was an international customer.
It was yeah.
Interesting.
And he was a great guy, very nice guy. It was all sealed sets, a couple hundred, I think.
Wow.
And we got like 4 pet shops. We got a Palace Cinema. We got a Tower of Orthanc, Ghostbusters Firehouse. All really, really good discontinued sets.
That's awesome.
So that'll be a great start to our inventory in Orlando.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
How about you, Daniel?
My Lego week. I got a couple big things going on this week. I've started the Titanic. So my parents were in town this weekend, and that's one that's got 3 boxes and 3 instruction manuals. So I now have 3 partially finished 1/3 sections of the Titanic. So I'll have to keep chugging away on that to try and get those finished up and get the whole thing put together. I know Gary will be excited to hear about that. He kept messaging me about when I was going to build it. But no missing pieces.
Garrett?
No our
Okay.
Gary.
All right.
No, sorry, not Garrett. Gary.
Gary,
from the chat.
okay,
Yep.
okay. All right. We have a new employee named Garrett, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah, which you may see more of him.
And I got a package So I got some show and tell. I know Mark will be excited.
Ooh, I
about
got
this.
show and tell too.
You got show and tell. All right,
Yeah.
maybe that'll be a segment too. Lego week and show and tell.
We might as well just do show and tell first. I mean,
So yeah, first off, just some regular pieces I needed. Just some weird jumpers. 1x3s in green, 2x2s in blue. We'll get a little more special here. One of these panels here with the stripes. Then the last two pieces I actually need to complete Cloud City. It wasn't actually complete when I made the reel. I was lying. Then we got some special 2x4 brick colors. Got sand red, lilac, transparent red, blue, yellow, clear, and then the milky white color. Very cool. And then the pieces that I've spent, the single most expensive pieces I think I've ever purchased. For the Seatron monorail, the lattice pillars in yellow, an unreleased prototype color. They're very cool, very expensive pieces.
Okay.
So not like non-production pieces today. Something this old is like a true prototype piece, which is why they're very expensive. But I'm very happy to get these. And now I still need to buy 3 more somewhere.
And is it safe to say this came from Europe?
Yes. Oh yes. Definitely safe to say it came from Europe.
Now you didn't show off that one piece in there. Is it a secret?
Oh no, that was just another
okay.
commonly available part. Came with the German news. So if we want to do the German morning break, we could talk about what's going on in Germany. Yeah.
Südkorea.
It's okay. It's probably last week's news anyway.
Well, can I do my show and tell now?
Yeah, do your show and tell, Chris.
Okay. I promise we'll get to the news here in a minute.
That's right.
All right, but this is news. I mean, this is cool stuff. Look at this comic book. All right, so we got this in over the weekend. Ed got it. I don't even think he knows what he got. There is a Bricklink listing for this, but I didn't look to see what it was and how much it goes for. But one of our employees, Jacob, is a huge Pirates fan. He claims oh, there's Ed. Can I talk to Ed real quick?
Yeah, all right. Bring Ed in the call.
He always calls during this.
You're live on the morning break.
Hey, let's take our first caller here. Ed, how are you doing?
Good morning.
Ed's live in Noonan, Georgia.
I'm live?
That's right.
This is exciting. First time caller.
Okay, long
Glad
time.
to have you.
Long time listener.
First time caller.
Actually, we did this a couple years ago during a Between the Studs or something.
Morgan said, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long time what?
Long-time listener.
Anyway, the show is that weekend, right? 17th, 18th? The 18th that weekend?
Yeah, Ed, if you were watching the Morning Brick live this morning, you would know because we talked about it already.
Sorry. When are we going back? Like, what day are we going back?
Well, it ends on Sunday, so we're gonna. This will be Ed's first convention, by the way.
nice.
Not including Dragon Con.
He did do Dragon Con, yeah.
That's
Lego
not the
convention.
same.
That's not a Lego convention, though.
So we'll be done on Sunday. Monday probably.
All right, cool. All right, no problemo. Y'all doing all right? Everybody happy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're just
think
doing
so.
a
You
live
got-
stream.
You got any stories for the audience?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I got so much going on in my brain. It's really hard to process anything else. So.
Understood.
Yeah.
Well, hey, have a
y'all
great day.
wonderful day.
All
Thank you.
right.
You guys take care.
Thanks for calling. Sorry.
That was funny.
All right. So this comic book, have no idea where it came from. Anyhow, Jacobs already claimed it, but I have to give him a price on it. But look at it's kind of like the Friends artwork.
Flip it over to the back, too.
So cool.
The whole thing is drawn in cartoon, not in Lego. It's just this is just so cool. And then the back has a Lego scene on it.
Yeah.
I have one in a similar art style that was
Let's go off the
for
box.
Ice Planet and Blacktron, and it's just weird seeing minifigures represented as these more humanoid characters, but in a cartoon style still.
In fact, there's the Lego shark is in here, Polly the parrot's in here, but they're all drawn in cartoon style.
Very crazy stuff.
Yeah. So also in that same collection, and these were all used old pirate sets that we got. Is Daniel on camera? It doesn't look like it.
I think
moving
he's
around.
zooming in on
Oh,
the
gotcha. All right. They were all used sets, but this one was in its original box. It's a pirate chest.
Wow.
And not only was it in its original box, but the bags were never opened.
And this is a really hard to find set. I mean,
Yeah.
I bought one. Oh, Chris, I bought one without the instructions or the box, and it was still fairly expensive. This one's just one of those weird rare ones.
And then, this also came with a medium-sized base plate. It's like an 8x20 or something like that. And then the
That's an
original
expensive sticker
stickers.
sheet. Because those stickers on those canoes always
Yeah,
get
you've
placed
got the
wrong, and they ripple up, and then they get dust underneath them, and then they're no good anymore.
Even the sticker sheets get bad. They
Yeah.
peel up and stuff. And
Yeah.
this one's in very good condition.
That's insane.
The
New burp. Yeah.
burp, and then there's some chrome coins in there.
Gold coins on the sprue.
So
Yep,
this
yep.
is just fantastic. The problem is we did not get the instructions. The instructions weren't with it. We got the instructions for all these really old, all the pirate ships were in there.
Oh yeah.
All the instructions, but not the pirate ships.
Yeah.
But this set
Those are
was
good
actually
instructions
there,
to
and
have,
we didn't get the instructions for it. So it looks like they're like $50 on Bricklink.
Yeah.
So
We'll see what we can do.
we're gonna have to order those for that. So that's a beautiful baby there.
Yep.
All right, and that's it for show and tell.
All right, are we ready for news now?
Yes, yes.
Actually, let me run through the chat real quick. We got T Valkyrie, we got Brick Mom VA, we got Flounder Collects, we got Morgan, we got Chris Dodson, we got Bricklore, we got BJ. Good morning, everybody. We got Duder Bricks, Grumpy J. Fazoom is in early today. That's good. Let's see, Travertine Pico, Art Claxton, Review 3D. And I think that's everybody. So glad to have everybody in. Grubby J said, I'd frame the back page. Then said, what? No instructions. Slams door and screams. Yeah, the instructions are an important part of an old set like that for sure.
Oh, Mark of Fallworth is here.
Glad he was able to
and
make it in.
Mark
yeah.
is asking how the audio is, and everybody's saying the audio is good. Is the audio better than normal?
Yeah,
Right.
That we need to know.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we're trying something new out, so we want to know, is the audio better than normal? If you could let us know how it sounds compared to normal.
The most important use of these mics is going to be for things like collection tours where it's two people like Mark and I to make sure that we can hear both of us clearly, or convention tours or things like that. But since we've got them, we're going to try them out in a few different scenarios. So
Yeah, and-
let us know if this is an improvement.
They're saying it is, T. Valkyrie, thank you. They're saying yes, it is better. Morgan's saying it's better. so.
Excellent. Glad to
right.
hear that. You want to start off with some news, Chris?
Fazoom's having issues. I think that's might be an ID10T error though, Fazoom. If you want to write that down.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my volume is down, he says.
I would usually
All
say
right,
I think the problem is
got-
somewhere between the keyboard and the floor.
I've got the Nightmare Before Christmas idea set. Have you guys talked about that?
No, no.
It hit 10,000 supporters, and Lego has approved it.
Mm-hmm. And then there was another one, I think. I'm not. This must have been right after last week if we didn't cover it. But it was that and the London phone booth.
Yes. Yeah.
So very cool to see more ideas projects getting through that review phase. It's always a kind of a slow process, and you kind of tend to forget about them from each wave to each wave. But we'll be looking forward to getting those soon. We've also got coming out later this year, I believe, should be the gosh, what's the Halloween movie with the three sisters?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Thank you. It escaped me. And then there's a few others in the works. I think the BTS one has been teased recently. That's
The BTS.
K-pop
Daniel, that was going to
fans.
be my news.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm stepping on your toes. Go ahead.
I think they're very funny. I don't listen to them or anything, but I just think the whole K-pop thing is very humorous.
Great.
And
That's one way to call it. Yeah.
I think all we've seen for BTS is the shadow of the minifigures,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a good sign because my guess is we're gonna get a stage with them all on the stage.
Yeah. You think it's gonna be a pretty low piece count build, and more about the minifigures?
The BTS one probably like the Seinfeld, Friends, Office.
I'm picturing like a video
More
set.
like the Seinfeld.
with
So
a
the
stage.
Friends Central Perk was $60,
Yeah.
and that was like a stage.
That's about
you
as-
even had the cameras and stuff.
That's about as small as they make idea
Yeah.
sets these days, so that would be about right.
So I bet BTS is going to be in that ballpark.
I'm just so honored they decided to make a Between the Studs ideas set. That's
Yeah.
just so cool. I mean, you know, we feel like we're a pretty small production, but it's really nice to be recognized by Lego like
Yeah.
that.
And even if you're not a BTS fan, it's going to be very similar to the Fab Five set. And there's a lot of good parts and pieces and
That's right.
minifigure parts. And I mean,
Yep.
Hair pieces.
yeah.
I'll be looking forward to it going on sale. I think is the way that people usually phrase that.
Now, what would be cool is if the BTS set was in a McDonald's,
Oh,
because they did
No way, 0% chance.
they did a McDonald's commercial where, and the commercial was, again, like I said, I find them humorous. The McDonald's commercial was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was funny.
they
They,
whole BTS meal.
yeah, they had the BTS meal.
That's good.
I think our local McDonald's has the Mark Erickson meal.
Yeah, that's right. I got one yesterday.
What's the Mark Erickson meal?
2 bacon McDoubles, large fry, large Sprite.
Okay, all right.
Well, that's what they tell you, but then you order it and they just give you a bag with 300 packets of ketchup in it. They just give you a sack of ketchup.
The Ocean City, Maryland McDonald's, where
Is this on topic?
I spent my college days and high school days. The one right on the boardwalk had a 50 count nugget for like $12, and me and my brother would split that.
Jeez.
All right, so we got the BTS set coming out, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Back to that.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. It looks like it's going to be your classic scene with the house, you know, and the curled top, and then the moon is not going to be there. I think you're going to have to create your own moon background, you know.
Interesting.
But you know what'd be cool is if the back of the box was just a big moon, and then
Yeah.
you could build it in front of the box.
The Bricklink designer program did something interesting like that, where the insides of the sleeve that went around the box had like a scene on it that you could use as a backdrop. So for some of them that were like a castle, it was like mountains and woods.
Which
and
one
I
was
forget
that?
what some of the other ones.
That's really cool. I didn't know.
Most of the Bricklink designer program
Really?
sets, yeah. That
Huh.
cardboard sleeve that slides over the outside, the inside of it is printed with just kind of
I
like a
had
scenery.
no idea. That's
Man, you oughta
news
go
to
look
me.
at- yeah, you oughta go look
we
at
get
them.
them in, but they're always sealed, and we don't.
Right, we don't see the
open
insides
them.
of the sleeves.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Images of the celebration train
Yep.
were released.
The Disney
Yeah,
celebration
and
train.
we've talked about this before and who it comes with, which is just they kind of mixed it up and gave us a really odd lineup. It's a 4+ set, so don't expect much.
Yeah.
But the good thing is it's being 4+, it'll be printed parts.
Right, that is true. Yep. So it looks like you've got a sheriff sign. You've actually got a pretty cool looking pirate sail.
Very cool. Is
On
that
the,
plastic or is it cloth?
I'm gonna guess it's plastic. That could be something to do with the 4+ rules for what's allowed and what's not.
Yeah.
But there's a few other good things going on in the set. But you know, as soon as we heard the rumor for that and saw how low the piece count was, I think some people were disappointed because they were expecting another like full-size Disney train, like we got with the station. This is more of like it almost kind of looks like a parade float to
Yeah.
me. So very interesting. You can find photos of that on Instagram or anywhere else. Just type in Lego Leaks.
Well, I think people are going to like that because they'll add their own. So each character has their own train car, and
Oh yeah, you
people
could make a
can
big long.
customize it. Kids can customize it even. It's easy being a 4+ set, and they'll just customize it for each character they want. So
Absolutely.
that's kind of neat. I like the idea of it, and I'm sure it's going to be cheap and a cheap way to get those minifigures. Is there a price? There is a price
We
point.
did have a price point on that. Let's
I'm
see
guessing
if I
30,
can dig it up again
$30.
real quick. 40 euros, so
Okay.
$45 or $50.
All right. Let's see. The Up House. That looks awesome.
Yes. Some people are saying not enough balloons, but I mean, would you really rather have the piece count wasted on balloons when you could have
It's
a
all
better
about
looking
the house.
house?
Yeah. Everybody wants Lego houses. They come in. They're always trying to build houses, get the parts for the houses, the doors, the windows, the roof pieces. That's what people want. They want houses. And Emmett's house for the Lego Movie 2 sets
Yep.
was one of the better selling Lego Movie.
And it was just
One of the only
yellow
selling
house with a
Lego
blue
Movie 2
roof.
sets.
Yeah. Well, we used to get all these creator houses. You know, a lot of the 3-in-1s were these full four-sided standalone houses with doors and windows. They didn't have much in the way of interior, but you could add that yourself if you wanted. And we don't really get a lot of stuff like that anymore.
No.
But as far as this one goes, the front of it looks beautiful. It doesn't look like it's very deep. I think it's mostly going to be a facade. I'm looking at the side of the roof lines, and it looks like it's only about 4 to 6 studs deep. But I'm sure there'll be some good interior details on those walls inside. Looks like we've got the Carl minifigure, as well as, what's the boy's name?
I never actually watched the movie.
Somebody in the comments will tell me. Looks like we've got a new mold for Doug the dog. I don't see anything for Kevin, which is the bird, though. But fantastic set. Looks like it's going to be great. I'm sure I'm going to pick that one up.
Josiah said, have you seen the leaked Guardian
Russell, that's his name.
of the Galaxy 3 ships?
Yep, we've got that as well.
Okay.
So there's 3 sets for Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. We've got it's just like the new Guardians ship is what it's called. So either because LEGO got permission to do this set early, Marvel didn't want to tell them what the name of the ship was. Maybe it's a surprise and we don't know. I'm not sure.
Have we seen these ships in the trailer yet?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen any recent
I
trailers,
haven't.
if there are. But it's a great turquoise and magenta color scheme. I mean, that's like the 80s summed up in 2 colors, which is very Guardians of the Galaxy. But looks like we've got some great figures. We've got Drax with the green skin again, which is kind of interesting. I guess that's going to be a thing in the new movie. Nebula, Mantis, Star-Lord, of course, and Adam Warlock, which is an all-gold minifigure, which is interesting. I don't know if you know anything about that character. Then we've got Baby Rocket's ship, which honestly looks like a spinner from Blade Runner to me. It's got these 2 kind of arms that come out the front with these large rounded things on it, but a nice bright light orange ship with what looks like a trans green cockpit, another interesting color scheme. And then the last one we've got is Guardians of the Galaxy Headquarters, which says it's 7+, but it looks like a 4+ set to me, honestly. There's just not much to it. It looks like it's only got about not even 100 pieces.
Wow.
So not much to that. So some people might be a little let down.
So BJ just made a really interesting comment, and I just can't believe I didn't know this or put it together, but he said the other 2 Guardian ships are named after 80s pop culture women. Milano after Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, and the Benatar.
And the Benatar after Pat Benatar.
Yeah, you did? Okay.
I had no idea.
Well, there you go. The more you know.
Wow. I was wondering where the Benatar came from.
So I think the third one, and somebody may be able to say if they have already revealed what the name of that ship is, I'm sure will
let's
also be
see.
named after. You
Blondie?
want to take some bets?
Blondie.
No, I don't think they go
What's
with that.
Madonna's last name?
Yeah.
What's Blondie's last name?
That's good. That's good.
Ooh, the Knicks.
The Knicks. There you go. That's more in line, I think, with
we
the
go.
others.
Yeah. See, a lot of the female singers back in the 80s only had first names.
This is true. This is true. Let's see what else we got. There's a buildable Ant-Man coming out. So some people were disappointed it's not coming with a minifigure, but I mean, I think it makes sense. It's coming with another microfigure version of, I believe, the Wasp. I don't, or maybe the Yellow Jacket. I can't quite tell in the picture.
What's cool about that is you could use it for a Giant Man.
Yes.
And it is a really good buildable model, too. I mean, it's one of the better ones, I'd say.
And I thought it was clever that in the airport battle they made him look like a minifigure, but I think if you want a little more realism for your Giant Man scene, you can use this one. It's mostly system bricks. It looks like it's not a typical construction style figure, but they are the larger ball joints for the ankles, knees, hips, and all those other joints. But I think it looks good. Some people are taking some issue with the way that the head looks. It's a little clumsy looking. His eyes are kind of more on the top of the head, like they're looking up, which is a little unusual, but I think the rest of the build is pretty great.
Duderbrick said he thought the new ship was Bowie, which that'd be a good name for a
Yes.
ship.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
sounds more like a knife to me, though. I don't know.
I think that's Bowie. Okay, so it is the Wasp microfigure included in that one. Looks like some really great printing. I'm glad we're getting that instead of another version of Ant-Man, because there's been, 2 or 3 versions of the Ant-Man microfigure. So very cool.
Are those called microfigures or are they statuettes?
Any of the they were originally like statuette / trophy. I think that was more when they were unprinted, but I think now people are calling either microfigures or nano figures even.
Pico figures.
Yeah, right. We got into this last week. I think we were going down the chain of scientific terms.
We need to break it out again.
So I'm not a big fan of these Guardian ships. The Milano we get tons of.
Yeah.
Tons and tons and tons of them built, and we were at one point where we just were throwing them in our pick-a-brick, and these look like Eternal ships to me.
Yeah.
You know, the pieces on the Eternal ships are really, really cool, but unless it really catches on in the movie like the Milano did, I think we're going to get a lot of them in, and we're going to end up tossing the parts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my prediction.
All right, I got one I want to do. The Lego house set for this year has been leaked, not really officially released. We've got some pictures of the Lego house exclusive set coming for 2023. And I think I sent it to Steven, but I think I forgot to show him when he was in yesterday, because I'm really hoping that it's going to be available for purchase before we're over there in Germany next week. But it is a large, in the scale of the Harry and Hermione minifigure from Harry Potter, a large classic pirate, Redbeard. So we'll see if that shows up on camera there or not. But I think this is fantastic. I think it's very clever. I think it's more of a turn away from what they've been doing with the Lego house sets. Most of them have been something about the physical building or something there. Then last year they took it in a direction with Dagny Holm, who was a master model builder for Legoland, and now this one is a minifigure tribute. So they're doing, I guess they kind of reached the end of things they could do that were specific to Lego House, but I'm always looking forward to what clever things they're able to come up with for this.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is something I would buy. I would not buy any of the other ones, really. I have not really. I'm not a big fan of the buildings and the modern buildings, and you know the dinosaurs are just to me.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Yeah, this is very cool. And I think a lot of people were waiting to see if they were going to do more of these large-scale minifigures. So it seems like they're still kind of testing the waters, and then I think people are hoping they're, you know, maybe going to do things like Star Wars characters or some other interesting builds. So we'll have to wait and see.
While we are still on that buildable Ant-Man, while we're not too far away from it, have we seen the Captain America that they're doing yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Okay. They're supposed to be doing a Captain America along with it,
Okay.
a Wolverine, which I feel like I've seen that, and a Venomized Groot.
That's right. Yes, I have seen the rumors about that, but I haven't seen any pictures yet.
So does that reveal something from the Guardians movie, do you think? Because they're in
Sure.
space,
I guess there's going to be
where the symbiote, alien symbiote came from.
right.
So does he, like, at the end of the movie get, like, somehow get the alien symbiote in him? It'd be
I don't
pretty
know.
interesting.
Seems like
And
we're getting
not
some
seeing
kind of Venom.
images of it yet because the movie's not out and they don't want to spoil it.
Right. Of course. Yeah. We are kind of fortunate that Lego is getting these, able to produce these sets in a timely manner with the release of movies, because I think for a while there, the big, movie productions were not very trusting of Lego to not leak their stuff beforehand, and so they were forcing them to wait until after things were coming out to start developing Lego products, and then you're looking at like at least a year out before things hit shelves.
Well, some of the amazing tie-ins here with Lego is that and I don't know if action figures are out, if images of action figures for the movies out yet, but with these Guardian ships, you're getting a really good picture of what the ship looks like before you've even seen it in the trailer or the movie. So it attracts fans, Marvel fans, that may not be into Lego, looking at these Lego sets.
It's true, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is just brilliant for Lego, you know.
Yep, all good things.
And then while we're on Marvel,
Yep,
the Captain America's shield,
yep.
which they had the news article I was looking at. I think that was the Bricker Builds shield.
Yeah, I'm sure most people were using that image, but this is a no-brainer for Lego. I mean, I have to imagine that they've seen whatever level of success Bricker Builds has been having, and is going to start trying to do some more things in that style that are tailored towards adults, in terms of these larger sculpted props, at least,
that
if
with
not
the hammer, too.
characters.
Well, and
that's true.
with
They did the Thor
Bowser,
hammer.
you know, because their Mario, Bricker Build's Mario, was really popular, and then
Sorry, that's Bricker Build's Italian plumber.
yeah, is that what they call it?
I think so. Yeah.
And then they came out with the Bowser, and that Bowser is awesome.
Yep.
I don't know how it's selling.
It was kind of
but
odd
is
at
really
first,
cool.
but yes. And then Mark brought up a good point. We've also had Thor's hammer, and then now Captain America's
And
shield. So
I
these
think
large props and characters.
Bricker Builds had the helmets out first too, right? Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, their helmets are like almost life size. Theirs are much bigger, but
Yeah,
that could have
which
been
makes
some
sense.
source of inspiration.
Yeah.
And Lego's obviously had great success with the helmets line. That's still going very much going strong.
Yeah, and the aftermarket prices on them after they retire are skyrocketing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially on those early ones, the Boba Fett and the TIE Fighter pilot helmet.
But that shield is 3,100 pieces, so I'm trying to picture what that's how big.
Probably a lot of
it's
plates.
Probably this big.
Yeah, I would imagine it's about life size.
Now the Bricker Builds one, if you've ever held that, that's solid. That's like
Oh, yeah.
not going anywhere. I wonder if the Lego one is going to
Well,
be
I think the
similar.
ones that they take to shows to let people play around with are probably glued, but I've never seen one that somebody built from scratch. But I'd imagine it's solid. I mean, plates have great clutch power, so since it's mostly that because of the curvature of it, I think it's,
Actually, we had a customer that came in and built one from the Bricker Builds one from scratch. James did, not necessarily straight up from our Pick-A-Brick, but he did get a lot of the parts from the Pick-A-Brick, and he brought it in, and it was not glued, and it was very
go.
solid.
Yeah.
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 And
I'm
their,
sure Legos
their
will be no
Thor's
exception.
hammer is really solid too.
Yeah.
Although Legos is pretty solid.
I'd say Bricker Builds has got more solid hammer than Lego.
Yeah,
Yes.
they build them to be.
Because they knew
to hold.
you want to swing it around, whereas Lego more designs things to sit on a shelf, I think.
All right, can we keep going with Marvel?
Yeah, go for it.
Spider-Man and Captain Marvel in Christmas sweaters. You know, the minifigures.
A lot of advent calendar figs leaking already in February. That's
insane.
I was just saying about how Lego's been doing a better job of not letting leaks out, but we did have the disaster like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and now we're getting advent calendar figs. So they're like really cracking down on some things, and then they go and they do a survey for like a market study where they put out pictures of like 20 different really expensive direct-to-consumer sets that are nowhere even close to coming out. I don't know. They're still working on it.
I mean, by the time they come around in August and you can actually buy them, we're gonna be like, oh, ho hum, yeah, been there, seen that.
Yeah, and that's Lego's biggest reason for cracking down on leaks, is because they want the excitement to be close to the actual product release to convert that excitement into day one purchases.
Somebody did ask, BJ asked about Mark. Why is Mark hiding behind the camera today? It's because it's a technical issue. We're trying out these mics, and we only have two.
There he is. He's alive and well after his birthday.
There's only 2 mics.
Yeah, here, speak clearly.
There's only 2 mics, so this gets awkward.
So next week, what we were gonna do is have Mark and Daniel sit like right beside each other.
No, in one shirt.
and in one shirt.
Yeah. Well, okay, no. All right, hang on. We'll all share one mic. We'll get 3 guys in one shirt, like in Monty Python. You get the 3 guys that are all next to each other and speak at the same time. It'll be great. Halt!
And then I'm a completionist. I want to go back and finish Disney. We didn't finish talking about Disney.
Go for it.
Okay. And I'm not very excited about this, but the Peter Pan and Wendy storybook adventure. Looks like a Disney princess set. One of those big molded storybooks that you get the little micro figures. Which the micro figures.
Oh,
are
you
pretty
mean
cool.
you mean the new Hashima wall panel pieces,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's so. Daniel's talking about Stefan
Yeah.
Fermento's build. The big Hiroshima that you're seeing.
Hiroshima.
You see it all over Instagram.
Yep, yep.
The really cool city that
That's
we
the
have
part
a
that
billboard
everyone.
in. We have
That's
a digital
right, that's
billboard
true.
in it.
We've got virtual
Yeah.
advertising space in the dystopian near future city.
Well, it's not virtual. It's real.
Well, okay, yes. It's a real digital display
Yeah,
board.
and we're gonna see it at Brick World Chicago.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it will be. So I'm actually in the Discord group for that.
Mm-hmm.
It will be far bigger than anything that's ever been seen before. At least 4 times bigger than anything seen before.
We want so our billboard shared space with other things as well. It'd be nice to have
Oh,
our
yeah,
own
Eclipse
billboard.
Graphics
What do we
was
got
on
to do
there.
to have our own billboard?
Well, there's going to be more billboards as the city gets bigger, so it'd probably be easier to get a dedicated one.
See what you can do because you're in the.
Yeah, I'll
Discord
pull
group.
some strings.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll really love some shameless self-promotion in their Discord chat. I'm sure I won't get kicked out for that.
Throw 'em a little store credit. Yeah.
Yeah. I am pulling more parts for Stefan as we speak. So
All right, let's see. We've got. Have you noticed all these Lego Discovery Centers opening up in the United States?
I've also noticed some closing down though. I don't know. It seems like their Discovery Centers are kind of up in the
I
air.
think they're revamping everything because we had one in Atlanta at Phipps Plaza,
Right.
and somebody said it closed down, and now all of a sudden they're having their grand opening, and it's like been
That's what
open
it
for
was.
years.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think they're redoing everything, and it says in Atlanta, this is the first Lego Discovery Center in America, and it's like,
Doesn't
wait, what?
sound right either. Yeah.
It's been there for years, so I think they're rebranding or redoing their whole system and setup. But I've seen DC's getting one.
Yep.
Springfield is, which I don't know what Springfield. Maybe the one in The Simpsons. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Springfield,
must be it.
Missouri or Springfield,
Ohio, I
Springfield,
probably,
Virginia,
or Massachusetts.
There's
even.
probably a Springfield in every state.
Yeah, but I'm seeing all them popping up everywhere. So and they're getting a lot of publicity. So it'll be interesting to see what the new Lego Discovery Center is.
Yeah, probably
gonna
see
do.
some new attractions, new experiences. I mean, the same thing with Lego House. They're always overhauling one of their experiences, so there's always something new.
Did you see? Oh, Morgan says, "What is a Lego Discovery Center?" Well, Morgan, you probably don't know what it is because they are geared towards kids.
Oh no, wait, Bricktron answered it. I don't really understand Discovery Centers. They just seem like crappy Merlin-owned Lego stores. Yeah, that's about right. How you doing, Bricktron? He's one of my friends.
So the Lego Discovery Centers are owned by the Lego subsidiary Merlin Entertainment, which I think was sold off at one point, but they might have bought it back, maybe?
They do own it, yeah.
They do own it again. And there's a Lego store inside, and then they have like games and activities, building centers, and then like little kiddie rides, like the miniature indoor roller coasters or trains and stuff like that.
I think like almost like Ripley's Believe It or Not inside that in that they have like these very minor, small kind of mechanical attractions.
Geared towards children.
Geared towards
so I
children,
wonder
absolutely.
if the new stores are going to be more geared towards
Everyone.
adults. Yeah. So
Let's
BJ,
just say if you couldn't find any rides that you wanted to ride at regular Legoland as an adult, you're certainly not going to find any rides
Yeah.
at a Discovery Center.
oh, check this out. Lego Ideas, Settlers of Catan just reached 10,000 votes.
There have been several idea submissions, I think, for Settlers of Catan that have probably been rejected before. So I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
Awesome, but at the same time, I can see Lego wanting to make their own big board game again.
Well, I was going to bring up that Lego games have historically not worked very well in the past, so I think they also would not be super inclined to do
Yeah,
more,
but then they get a
more
whole
board
new
games.
designer team, and they come up with the same exact thing as Heroica, and they call it something.
And they get Ethan on board.
Yeah.
Get Ethan in for the promotional material. Yeah. Pull him out of retirement.
Oh, we didn't talk about the coasters yet. These
Yes,
coasters,
talk about the coasters.
were given to us by Morgan, one of our admins. Thank you, Morgan. And he gave them to Mark, I think, for his birthday yesterday. And
Oh, we forgot to sing for Mark.
yes, we did.
No, we're not doing that.
No, I was just saying we forgot to.
And so this is really cool. I think it is that San Francisco or New York, maybe?
Yeah, I'm sure
With
it's
the
I'm
Millennium
sure
Falcon
it's,
flying
No, I'm
over
sure
it.
it's San Francisco because it's got the Golden Gate Bridge.
I do want to know what it says. It's that Star Wars language. So.
Arabesh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not fluent in it. I'd have to
Oh,
pull up.
cool.
I'd have to translate.
All right. Skyline Lounge. Very cool.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's from my bar at home. Oh, so you have there's like a Star Wars bar there? That would be cool.
I'd like to see pictures of that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Maybe I'll post one.
Yeah.
It would be cool to build a Lego version of like a sci-fi themed bar. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be cool if we did something like that? I bet they'd put that on TV.
Like a real bar in real life?
No. No, like a fake bar from a TV show, Chris.
Oh, we did that already.
There
That's
you
what
go.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. I was confused, Daniel. All right, let's see. But speaking of which, along the same lines, our new store in Orlando is going to be connected to a craft brewery, which has a very large bar with 40 of their own beers on tap.
Now that's a discovery center.
Yeah, yeah. And again, if you haven't heard about our new Orlando store, it is opening up in late spring of this year.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're going down next week
In Longwood.
to get started with it and work on Ryan's space with M&R to get that studio up and running.
That's right.
So, and we're already buying Lego.
Should be good stuff going in there for sure. Very excited to see that.
Brick Mom Virginia says, "Wow, Chris is slow this morning."
Do you have any coffee?
Well, when you say I have, yeah. When you say bar, it's like you're talking about the bar that we built. But I'm
Yes.
thinking like, okay, Morgan's got a bar in his house. I wonder what it looks like. We've got a bar down in Orlando. I was at one on Monday playing trivia. So yeah. Grumpy Jay sings "Happy Birthday" to Mark in the chat.
There you go.
Yeah.
All together, everyone. Bricktron said, you guys should make some Atlanta brick coasters.
Oh wow, that's
That's
clever.
not a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's not
very
a bad
good.
idea. I like
Very
it.
good.
Since there's going to be a bar, it would make sense to have Atlanta brick coasters
Yeah.
in
Eclipse
the bar.
Graphics makes some cool coasters that we've sold
Yep.
of theirs before. Back to Lego news. There's still Marvel news. All right, it's so strange, but it's long overdue. In August, they're coming out with a No Way Home set. Which is great. I mean, it's a classic movie.
I'm really looking forward to this. I'm intrigued to see what this is going to look like.
It's the same price point as not Jabba's palace,
Boba's
Boba
throne
Fett's throne room.
Yep.
Yeah. It's $100, and you get a slew of minifigures. You get the main ones are going to be all three Spider-Men, including Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, which is just absolutely awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised. Usually figure values don't go down, but I won't be surprised if the San Diego Comic-Con Andrew Garfield goes down in value. Because I think the only reason that was getting as expensive as it was because it was the only Andrew Garfield Spider-Man ever made.
Nope, I don't think it's going to go.
You don't think so? I don't
No.
know. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
I think that one
Yeah.
is way hyperinflated. I mean, it's like $10,000 now, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
absurd even for a Comic-Con figure.
Because people get the new Andrew Garfield, and then they're like, oh, I wonder if they're made any other Spider-Man or Andrew Garfields. Let me go see, and now I want the old one, and the man goes up.
Usually for ones that came in sets, but I don't know about a Comic-Con figure that's already the price of not even a used car. That's the cost of a new car.
collectors enter the market, the price
be.
of the old stuff
It could be. We'll see.
It always continues to go up. Very rarely do minifigure prices go down. Some do, though. The original Luna Lovegood has gone down.
What I could see happening though is people who have bought Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans for $10,000 are going to try and sell them really quick, knowing that they could get a cheaper one and make some of their money back on that one. So you could maybe start to see a greater supply work its way back into the market.
I believe we had one in the past year, right? And it
Yeah,
sold like
within a month or two.
within a few months. Yeah. So that's exciting. Oh, and it's a Statue of Liberty scene. But for $100, you can't be getting a bunch of a Statue of Liberty.
That's what I'm not sure. You could maybe see one the size of, but not as detailed as one of the architecture ones. But what's interesting is, I mean, if you remember the movie, it's copper colored. It's not the standard green. So I'd be interested to see if they're going to do it in brown or nougat or some combination, because there's no way. I don't think they even make copper colored bricks anymore. So I don't think we'd see anything near as cool as that.
My guess is it's going to be more like just the top part of the Statue of Liberty where they're fighting the battle.
Could be, yeah.
Because
I mean,
you're
I think
getting
the
all
whole
the bad guys from that scene too, which are pretty cool.
Yep, for sure.
Grumpy J says he drove by the new store already and he already picked out his parking spot. He claims that in the name of Grump Nation.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe
So-
we'll get you a little sign on a stake and we'll hammer it in front and say reserved.
Yeah. Back to Lego news. I've got 2 more items here. How about you, Daniel?
I'm coming down to the end too, so go
Okay.
ahead and go for it if you
All right.
got something.
The moving truck gift with purchase.
Yep.
I don't think we know for sure when it's going to come out yet, but it's
It's very soon. It's later this month.
probably the current one is kind of a lame like city jungle rescue set or something like that, and that ends February 27th. So I'm guessing maybe March 1st or something like that. So
Yep.
sometime around the 1st of March. And the reason I bring this up is because I really like this set.
Yeah.
I used to be in the trucking industry, and I love the trucks like that.
I think
very
it's
cool.
intended to go to be adjacent to the jazz club, because a lot of what they're moving is like music equipment. I think it's like a piano, a jukebox. I forget what else is in it, but a few other music accessories that could tie into that. But it's interesting that they didn't release it in conjunction with
Yeah.
that at the beginning of the year. I'm going to pop back to Advent calendar figs, because there was another one that we got, as well as the Marvel characters in the Christmas sweater. We also have an Ewok wearing a Christmas sweater.
That's cool.
So
That's
it looks
really
like a
neat.
white
Yeah.
Ewok, more in line with kind of the old Christmas Chewbacca. And he's got a green hood, same thing, little Christmas tree, ugly sweater pattern there. So they're really going in on the ugly sweater recolors for other characters. I think that's something that people are now going to want to go back and collect a lot of the older ones for those Christmas figures. Yeah, I can show that one off.
You'd be
That's a
dead
nice.
excited about it.
That's a nice big one.
There it is.
There's your Christmas Ewok. Again, very wild to be getting Advent calendar figs leaked this early in the year, so
I've seen the older Christmas figures really skyrocket. The Darth Vader is way up there.
yep,
Darth Vader and Maul,
Darth Maul,
and Jango Fett are just all
Django,
skyrocketed.
absolutely, yeah. Yoda, not so much, because I think they did a few different ones.
Yeah, but he's still expensive.
Yeah.
But you do seem to see him more often.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The last thing I have is Minecon, Minecraft convention was recently, and apparently they have a mob vote. This is all new stuff to me, so I'm gonna read it. They
Mark,
have
have you ever done a mob vote? But yeah, okay, we've done this before.
and
The ever controversial mob vote. I'll put it that way.
a character by the name of the Sniffer won.
I thought that was the thing from. Fantastic Beasts, the little platypus.
That's Sniffler.
Oh, okay.
That's the platypus. The only Lego platypus they made.
Gotcha.
The Sniffer looks like some big thing, and we're probably going to see it in Lego.
I'm sure we will.
So that's
yeah.
the Lego connection.
I think I've commented before on how it's nice that Lego Minecraft is kind of caught up to real Minecraft. So instead of doing a lot of the older and more traditional structures, creatures, characters, they're now releasing things a lot at the same time. Like the set with the axolotls was fantastic. I bought that one very early on because those are just great little mobs.
Minecraft has some really neat elements.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all
there
I
were
have for Lego
also
news.
there were some Harry Potter Advent calendar figs leaked, but they were nothing really special. I mean, they mostly looked like the regular Harry Potter figures, but wearing jackets and gloves and things. Wasn't anything too crazy with that.
Morgan said Niffler. I think I said Sniffler. So
There you go.
Niffler.
There you go.
Yeah, the platypus.
That's right. All right. Oh, Trevor Team Pico said Christmas tree walk. That's good. Very clever. Random Life said February 21st is the date I heard. I believe that is correct for the moving truck. I think it was late February. So I'll have to see if there's anything I'm interested in buying around then. I did redeem the points needed to get the Wonders of the World. No, was it World Wonders or whatever the gift with purchase is? Or not gift with purchase, but VIP reward. So I need to actually buy something within 60 days to get that shipped to me.
And then for store news, we do have a ton of built sets at this point. We're selling a ton of them because they're 20% off. But for every one we sell, we get one back in. And I'm unloading the van right now because we have to fill it back up to go down to Orlando and take a load down with us. And the van is just full of built Star Wars Lego sets. We're getting ready to put, I think if you were watching our live stream yesterday, you kind of went out there and showed off some of the stuff, but we're getting ready to put an Imperial Shuttle out, the UCS one, the Cloud City UCS set is going to go on our website as an as-is set this week. Getting ready to just upload a lot of stuff on as-is and then also built sets in our store. And they're going to be 20% off, and we do need to sell them. So you can always call the store. Friday's live stream should be pretty good.
So don't sleep on the as-is sets on our website. I mean, it's basically the same as buying built sets in the store. The only difference is, you know, we're still cleaning them, everything. The only difference is instead of putting them out on a shelf where they take up space in our store, we put them in a big Ziploc bag. So we may have to disassemble some sections to get it in a bag, but the same number of pieces are essentially going to be there. There may be one or two missing here or there, but should be easily replaceable for the most part.
Yeah. And we're doing that because of space issues. We don't have the room to store it or inventory it or put it out for sale.
That's right.
So, yeah. What else?
Do ABC rewards points apply to built sets? Yeah.
If you buy them on the website? Or
Yeah.
If you call and buy it over the phone or come in person and buy it.
Yeah, as long as you make a purchase through anything and enter your details, you're always going to be accruing points that you can then later redeem for the $5 off.
Yeah. And we have a person that's working almost full-time. Emmy is putting figures and sets and all kinds of stuff online like every single day. So I think somebody was mentioning that they figured out how to look at our new items that appear on our website for sale.
Recently added.
And then they can kind of cherry pick off those.
Yeah, you can see what's fresh.
Rare set collectors, keep an eye out on the list of sets that we picked up down in Orlando with our first check, because there's some really, really good sealed sets on there, and they're probably going to sit down there until we open the store in May or June.
Did you already upload that list for the rare set collectors?
No, but
we're going to do that later.
But we'll do that today,
Okay.
and if we can go ahead and if they're interested in one, we could sell it from Orlando. We could ship it to them or something.
Yeah.
So,
That's mostly for rare
Yeah.
set collectors, though.
yeah, it'd be a special offer because we're not shipping stuff yet from Orlando. So, yeah.
Call to action, likes.
Anything else? All right, well, that's the end of our news. So if y'all if you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like button. We'd also appreciate it if you subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to get in on those rare sets, you can join our YouTube channel as a member by hitting the join button right down there near, I think it's near the like and subscribe buttons. There should be one that says join if you're not a member already. There's a few different tiers there to choose from. You can be a ABC superfan and get access to some cool emojis you probably saw getting used in the chat. The middle tier is for special projects like Mark's Rock Raiders build or me buying stupid expensive pieces from Germany. And then the top tier is that rare set collectors where you get a first look at some older or special sealed sets and things that come in. You get first dibs on those. So thank you all for joining very much. Hit the like button on your way out. This has been The Morning Brick with Chris and Daniel and Mark on the camera. Thank you all for joining. What else we got going on this week? Store tour Friday.
Well, you just finished it, so you just did the ending. So
Well, I know, but I was going to
close it
say what they
out.
could look
We
forward
could
to
close it
next
out.
time.
But yeah, we do have.
Between the studs.
I'm glad you brought that up because we do have the Joy of Building tomorrow night
Joy building.
with Joe and Steven, and I think it's the last time they're going to be able to do one together because Steven's going to Germany, Joe's going to New Zealand,
That's right.
and they're going to be separated for a while. So we're going to have people fill in and do them for them, but them together is going to be a while. The next time they do come together, I think Joe thinks he's going to have Rivendell.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they're
He's gonna build that.
and he's going to have it, and they're actually going to build it on camera. So tune into the Joy Building to see Joe and Steven together for the last time in a while, till Rivendell. And then what's coming out in between the studs, Mark?
Pieces that are thrown away.
That's right. That's
We
right.
need to record that.
We're doing
Yes.
that either today or tomorrow. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Lego
it's gonna be
pieces
fresh.
that commonly
Yeah.
get thrown away, you can see that on Friday. Make sure you're not throwing away anything you shouldn't have. Or if you already threw it away, you can regret it and punch yourself for it.
I've thrown away really good Lego pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
So look forward to all that stuff coming out this week. Hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.